Hi there, it's Chelle, and Clint is in the house. He is working on the other covers because we're getting close to needing another one. So let me kind of show you what we have. So my goal is to kind of finish all the sewing and stuff and hopefully get these sewn into the covers. So I wanted to show you the cover. So here it is. I love how it turned out. I think it's really cool. And then I think I'm going to make a tassel too for the back. And I wanted the spine a little bit stiffer. So what I did is, those aren't going to matter too much. But I made a spine. So I just took some hard cardstock, not cardstock, but cardboard, and measured it so that it's the perfect size. And covered it with the outside material, so when you look through, and then we're gonna put that down with some Fabri-Tac or some kind of really strong glue, and you won't see the sew in, so it's a hidden spine essentially. Okay, so I need a few more things to do though before we sew it in. And remember this stuff. I asked Clint if he would put me some on some cardstock because I want to do an ultimate tuck spot or hidden journaling spot. This is an idea that Clint came up with, and you know, it may have been throughout the world of journaling, but if it is, we haven't seen it. So I'm going to trim these down. Hopefully I can. Clint said, do not cut these with your good scissors because looks like the thread is like a metal thread. So I'll use my paper scissors. Not too worried about having it perfect because I think I can cut it down. I think I'm going to have to cut it down a little bit anyways. But hoping I can just kind of use my paper trimmer. Let's see how this works. Man. Yeah, you can tell these are not good scissors. No longer fabric scissors. He said that was metal. And I don't know. It doesn't feel like metal to me, but I do not want to take that chance. And I told him go ahead and do 2 of them for me. I'm only going to do one ultimate tuck spot, but I thought that would be kind of fun for journaling cards. One of them would. So put some coffee dye paper on it, maybe sew around it, and have some really pretty journaling cards. So we'll see how that works out. Hope you guys are having a wonderful 4th. So I'm making this on Saturday. It is warm, guys. We already turned the air on and it's not even 10 o'clock. Yeah, it started out warm and couldn't even tell we opened the door. Usually it's pretty cool, but it was almost like, can't tell that because there was no breeze. It's really just kind of dead. Okay, so got that. We can use that for something else, of course. And let's see what we can do here. So for an ultimate tuck spot, if you guys have seen one or not, you're going to want something kind of sturdy. So this is going to slide on a sturdy page. So let me see if there's anything that I just want to slide that over in my book, and I'm just doing one. So, but I mean, you want to do it like on this one, but that's right next to that. So the cardstocks, and yeah, I would be covering up something really pretty, but too, you know, it's going to make more journaling spots for us. Kind of thinking about here, because then when you pull it off, but it would be, that would actually be pretty, wouldn't it? Let me remove this piece that doesn't belong. what else we have. And then I considered putting just another piece of cardstock in here to make a, you know, another journaling spot. I do want something pretty hard for it to flip over. Maybe even, no, not the front. Not the front. That one's too pretty to cover. And maybe I would want it a little bit smaller because these are 8.5 by, you know, 8.5 by 6, 5.5. So I think I'm going to add another piece of cardstock. So I'm going to go find some cards. You know what? I might put it on that. We could move it. But, I mean, this piece is going to be really, really decorated. I'm going to use cardstock. That one's not cardstock. And I just think that it's going to lay better. Okay, so let me get some cardstock. Hopefully I can find one that's already kind of decorated. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have cardstock, and I'm just going to put some coffee dyed paper on it because I don't want a bunch of white in this journal. And I'm going to use this Scotch Create. And when you're not going to see this anyways, you're going to see half of it, but you know, you're not really going to see it. And I'm not going right to the edges. I'm just kind of going through, through the middle, because we're going to trim it down a little so it doesn't have to be straight to the edges. Leslie, I got your other gift. Thank you. Leslie sent us a little lamp, one of those lamp light things, like a desk light that you put on your desk or whatever, and then you turn on the lights. You can see where you're cutting around, like at the inside of an envelope or, you know, something like that. I was like, what would I use that for? Bless her heart. She said, I'm sending you one. And then I said, sweetie, we already have one. But we have, the one we have though is huge. So I think this is going to be the one that she sent us will be perfect. I can kind of keep it by my desk, and maybe we'll kind of play with it together someday. But Clint opened it and he's like, honey, why did you order glass? I said, I didn't order glass. Because that's what it looks like. It's so small and it's awesome. So it looks like a piece of glass. I have to show you guys. Still in the house though, so I didn't bring it out. We had such an eventful day yesterday, and we just got it yesterday. And it was like, oh, I'm tired. Clint's really sore today. I'm chasing those goats. But man, it was a chore, but I think, you know, and it's kind of sad, but we will be happy in the long run. Okay, I'm trying to use up the rest of my glue. Look at it. I just have that one little tiny piece, but maybe for a journaling card or something. And then I also noticed some white in there too that I want to cover up. Before I sew in my signatures, so my goal is to sew in the signatures. However, I need to do everything I need to do before I sew them in, if that makes sense. So, kind of had it goopy and it was kind of falling out all over. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for just a second. It's kind of hard to cut it when it's not. Let me see, because if I have white in here, we're going to cover it. One of them I covered all the white, and this might be the one. And then one of them I didn't. Clint's like, honey, you're spending way too much time on these journals. But they're going to totally be worth it. So, and I have had a blast like beading and stuff like that. I was thinking yesterday, did I even eat lunch? It's a good diet technique, Michelle. This one needs something. Is that the only one? And this one. Okay, we're gonna put, I think I might put like one of the pinks. And I have this gorgeous cardstock that somebody sent me, and I totally spaced who it was. I'm so sorry. And we're gonna go ahead and lay that down, because this one has some writing on the one side, and you wouldn't be able to write there anyways. So lay that one down. I think I'm gonna get a new stick. It's hidden up in there. I don't think there's enough to worry about. We'll try it. I mean, if I can get a little bit out of it, that'd be perfect. Okay, that's didn't work very much. Let me grab another one of those. Okay, this is the other one from Miss Deborah. Thank you, Deborah. And then I got another one from Sweet Leslie. My favorite glue stick, I tell ya. I'm trying to always, like when I know I have another backup, so I don't have to stress over it. But I think I would order some more if I knew I was opening my last one. And I have other glue sticks too. I do have the Oohoo and stuff. But I don't use those really unless I am going to sew. Okay, let's try this. And this one should be a little bit smaller than the coffee dye paper because I had to trim around it. There we go. Okay. Sticky, I got sticky all over my mat. But that's a good thing to have a mat for, isn't it? Yeah, but it was so funny when Clint was like, honey, you've been working on that thing for hours. I know. Okay, so I'm going to do this pink and the green one. I think, yeah, that is another one that we can... You know what, I might just do it on here so I don't get it all over my desk. This one is from Lizette, or not Lizette, Lorette sent me a package one time. And how I remember, I have no clue. I just do. This glue is interesting because it seems like it gets goopier, like the longer you've had it open. So it might kind of dry out. I noticed the Fabri-Tac does that. You know, you have to, and it's really dry here, which I think is why the Oohoo glue doesn't work very well for me. Oh, I only needed one. Why did I think I needed two? I was going to put one on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to let those dry. And come back to this one. That's why, because I did that one piece of cardstock. Okay, we're going to cut that down. And we're going to make it ultimate tuck spot, or, sorry, ultimate hidden journaling spot, which means that you're not going to see any of it, and it takes up a full page. So I'm just going to trim this down a little bit. And then we're gonna fold it in half. edges pretty well. I think just that one. I'm just going to help that out by adding a little bit of art glitter glue. Make sure all my other edges are good. Yep, they look good. Oops, maybe down here. He's working on finishing the blue cover, and then I'm going to add some beads and stuff. And I told him, you know, that's really, if he can get one of them done, then I can do beadwork and stuff. And I think what I'm going to do is put all these in the store at one time. So you get your favorite or whatever whenever they all go in. But then I don't have to feel rushed to get them all done by a certain. So it might take another week to get them done. But I probably won't show that. I'll show updates on video, but not like, you know, the blue Eclectic Journal start to finish or anything like that. I'm going to try to like incorporate most of these ideas in that too. So I'm just going to ink, because you will see this in the book. I don't need the spine though, because you're going to uncover one side of this, and then the other side will be in the book itself. So if you're looking for ink blenders, we still have some in the store. And hopefully, right now we don't have to work until at least Thursday, because I think they're taking off on Monday. So anything that comes in on Monday, say somebody's working, it won't actually show that it came in until Tuesday, which would make it due on Thursday. So I might not even have to work next week, which would be wonderful for us, except for, you know, the paycheck. But we're making it, and that's all that matters. And plus, Clint still has a bunch of private payments out. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to cut this down so that it kind of fits over this, is what it's going to look like. So let me cut it down real quick, and I hope this works so I don't have to cut it by hand. Perfect. Not 100% perfect, but not bad. Ew, come on. Okay, got that piece. And you want to cut this a little bit bigger than your paper. So let me show you. So that's going to be perfect, because you just want it to be a little on either side, and then when we fold it, it should be pretty much the exact size. I'm gonna trim it there because I don't want to cut it too short. And he just put that sticky crap on it for me. Isn't that beautiful though? Oh, so pretty. So I do want to see if it's going to be about right, because I want this to be like on that one page. And then this is going to fold. Oh, I think it's going to be good. I think I need to trim this down actually. Is it a little bit warm?
I got it done. I thought I'd bring it out.
Okay, so all the blue, he got the blue cover done.
I changed it up a little bit, guys. I wasn't really excited about the inside.
Yeah, so he, look what he did. Isn't that beautiful? And then I'm going to put some, like, I think I'm just going to put sequins like on you know, just like on the high points. I might add some more somewhere else or something, but
You like it?
that is the outside of the cover. I love it. And then here's the inside. So it could be like a double pocket.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
awesome.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because when we sew in the signature, and this is really heavy, so I'm not gonna. I'll probably sew through the spine of that one.
Up, huh?
That's gorgeous. I love it.
Let me know what you think, guys.
Yeah, let Clint know what you think of the blue one. So he still has 2 more.
Do you want to keep it out here, or do you want me to take it?
Take it inside because I need to do beadwork all over it. So.
Yeah, I just got done with it. So
oh wow, cool.
Bring it out and show it to you. I figured you'd be surprised on the front.
That is, yeah, I like it.
Because I wasn't going to do it. I was going to let you do it, but I got to thinking, well, heck, if I can seam it just right, you barely see the stitching.
Yeah. Okay, so I think...
Hey guys, as a reminder, I was thinking when I was sewing, one of you guys asked me about a serging machine, serger, whatever you call it. To sew paper. One thing I want to remind you guys, whenever you sew paper, make sure your stitches are longer, not short, because it creates perforation and it can rip fairly easy. So just as a reminder, I happened to think about it when I was sewing this, and it will rip your paper if you stitch, because I always sew with such a short stitch. And whenever I sew paper, I usually lengthen it. So.
Okay, so we're going to finish this.
I love that, huh?
Yeah, I think it'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, I think it will be too, sweetie. Oh, I just took another pen.
Oh, good.
Oh, well, no sense in...
Okay, so now a couple of things with this. You're going to have to think, you know, how are you going to remove it, that kind of thing.
Oh, you're doing the ultimate pocket, right?
Yeah.
I forgot.
So, and I think I'm just going to
That is beautiful.
glue it. It's not straight though, is it?
Doesn't appear to be, honey.
Nope, I'm going to trim it when it's kind of flat, so we don't... Oh, you know what? I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to cover the edges with some kind of trim, and we're going to make it gorgeous. So, but you want to figure out a way to kind of pull it out, and so I think what I'm going to do is add like a conch, or not conch, a piece of ribbon or something here, and then that will just attach to this so you can pull this. So I think that is going to be perfect. Quit moving my chair.
My leg was itching.
It's a little bit warm out, isn't it, babe?
Yeah, it's not bad in here, but man, it's hot sun.
Did you feed the inside kitties?
No, I was going to after I bought this house.
So just put a little. This stays on. Before we used to cut the edges of the additional paper, but this stays on pretty well, so I'm not going to cut them.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then we're going to...
So you don't create a little
Nope.
notch anymore?
Oh, good. Doesn't need it, and...
Well, if you don't need it, what's the sense in doing it, you know?
I'm going to put a bunch of these little clippies here.
I come up with this, like, was it last year or the year before?
It's been a while.
I've had the idea for a couple of years, but
yeah,
I finally sat down and did it.
Yeah, we're messing around, and he said, honey, help me figure this out, and he figured it out. I just kind of decorate it. You know?
Yeah.
You guys know how that is.
You know how we are.
But yeah, I'm going to put some trim or something on the edge.
Give a kiss, baby.
Mm.
Love you, baby.
Love you. You going back in?
Yeah, I'm not ready to do it.
Okay, we'll go sit on the eating pad or whatever.
Bye, guys. I'll try to come out a little later.
Okay, I'm not sure how long I'll stay out, but
yeah, I don't
probably
know.
A couple of videos. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we want to trim these.
Yeah,
I'm going to let that dry. And then these two that we did earlier, the backs we're going to trim. Well, let me know because I got to melt. Yeah, you got to get them ready for me. Sorry. Yelling back and forth. I got to mail some packages today. before he goes and checks mail, because they're going to be closed on Monday. The post office is, since the 4th will be on Sunday. Sorry, sometimes when Clint comes out, I just get all, I can't focus. Because my train of thought kind of leaves, you know. Nothing on him, it's just me, but sometimes it's kind of, I can't, oh, are you kidding me? Look what I did. Somebody was telling me that, weren't they? Michelle, you're doing the wrong side. We're going to cover that up somehow. Jeez, Michelle, you're such a goober. That's okay. I'm not going to cover the whole piece of that because it's so pretty. And that was the prettiest side. I know, I can hear somebody saying, I was telling you that I was yelling, but you weren't paying no attention. The neighbors were looking at me, trying to figure out why I was yelling. No, the lady that took our goats, she said they have little chickens, and they let their chickens just run wild during the daytime, and then they lock them up at night. And they, which was funny, but they have one chicken. It's not funny, but it doesn't have the top of its mouth, so the top of its beak is missing. And she said that it can't eat anything small, but it can eat like real big grub worms, so the large grub worms. And so it comes in, she said, we give all the small ones to the other chickens, and then they, her and the other chicken hunt for the big ones. I was thinking, how sweet is that? You know, you love your animals when you got one that's kind of handicapped, and you help feed, help it hunt for other critters and stuff. I thought that was adorable. Okay, guys, let's get ready to sew these in. Oh wait, not quite. Do I want to put, I do actually. I want to put more, I think I want to sew them on more of these, like trims and stuff. So, is that one, these in here? I think they were in here, yeah. I don't have any other ones, so. But man, she was just cracking me up with the stories she would tell. I told her she ought to put some of that stuff on eBay or on YouTube, because she'd probably have followers, all kinds of followers, because people love to see goats and chickens and stuff. They just kind of laughed at me, so I don't think they ever will. But I said, now that we only have the 2 goats, it might be easier for us to share them, Okay, somebody remind me that I need to cover this up. My mind. Okay, so I think I'm going to put one here. You know what? I might just glue on. That's what I'll do. I'll just glue on those instead of trying to sew them all on. And we have, I definitely want to put something here, but anything else I can glue on, we'll do that. Even this one, I think. Okay, this should be about dry. Doesn't take long, especially in our area. And if I planned it right, it should go right over the top. I'm not saying I did, because it sure doesn't look like it, does it? Is that the right one? Yeah. I think I might have put my glue too thick. So we're going to trim it down even further because there's nothing I can do now. Wait, is that straight? Did not feel straight. There we go. I do want it fairly snug, that way it doesn't like pop off. But I don't want it, you know, where it's not going to go on at all. There we go. And then we'll sew that one into one of the signatures too. Okay, so perfect. Love that. So I'm going to just pull it out a little bit. There we go. That way when I'm poking my holes, I'm not going through that. Okay. And I think if we just glue a piece, sometimes I cut like a hole here, and if I need to, we could do that. But I think it'll be fine. And I noticed I did leave a little extra on the top, so I could even sew through the top of this if I needed to. And that might even be nice and kind of throw people off. So let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 13. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we're going to put that in this one. And I want it to be like this in the book, so I think I'm going to put it like here. And of course, I pushed it back in, even though I wasn't going to. Oh, you guys. Okay. Let's sew these guys in. Are you ready? I'm ready for that. My kit, my sewing kit, is a foam book, an awl, nylon thread that has been waxed, and clips. I think I still have 2 of these on my desk somewhere. And I think we're going to use a template that is already made. So I think this one will work. So just if you've never seen me do this, a lot of people just put things in their, like in a space, so that you can, sorry, I was looking for those other clips I had, but we might have to make do with 2. Oh, here's 1, 3. I do like to have at least 3, and 4 is better, so I'm good with 4. Okay, I think I'm going to put this one on the front. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through it and just make sure everything is going the right way, up, down, sideways, whatever. But it's all going in the way we want it to go. And I recommend going through every single page because like you have a fabric flip on this side, but if this was like through the middle of the book, you might have you know, like a fabric, say you wanted 2 fabric flips, you might have a fabric flip on this side and you didn't realize it. So just pay attention, make sure everything is the way that you want it to be. Kind of looking at the decorations, so pretty. But, and we haven't even finished the decorating. So, and then just kind of make sure everything looks nice. It's in there good and tough. And I can tell when I'm going through this book that like all my decorating is kind of focused on the back side of this journal, so, or this section. So I want to remember and kind of spread that out and journal on the inside. Not journal, but add some goodies to the inside. There's still quite a bit I want to add. So, and then I do one side, then I do the catty corner side, and then I do the bottom or the other side, and this. Okay. Of course I haven't finished what I was doing yet. Where is, here it is. So this is our piece that we're going to work on, and I want a pen. Maybe this one might work. Okay, and this is, whenever you're making a template, make sure you put top and bottom. See, this is going to be perfect. And you know what I might do? I might just punch my holes. It's a little bit tight. Hard to punch through. That's why I have a book. And then I just kind of line it up before I remove my awl. Okay. There we go. Line it up. Jeez. The cardstock I got was the ones I make my boxes out of, that I haven't made a lot of boxes, so I have plenty. Because I wanted a really stiff cover. Spine. Sorry. Jeez Louise. Okay, and I want to line everything back up, make sure it didn't shift on me any. You could mark all these, and that's probably what I would have done, but let's see a black marker. Okay. And you can kind of see where the places are. That's where we're going to put our signature. So again, we're going to go with this one. This one I will mark. So again, you want to put the top at the top, and you're just going to mark it. That'll line up with your circles. And see, this piece is so white, so I will put something there. Okay, so you want to make sure it's in a good V shape so that it goes straight through the back. And see, that one's a little off. When it does that, kind of put it right back in there, and it will redo. So, and there we go. That one's perfect. Watch your fingers. Sometimes I go through, but through this, I mean, through my thing. I want to double check this one more time. There we go. Usually I go right into my book, but okay, let me show you. So the thread, you're going to take 3 lengths. 1, 2, and 3. That will give us plenty if we want to add charms or anything like that onto the bottom. Give us plenty of room to tie it if we just want to tie a bow. And use a big needle with a dull point. If it's too sharp, you'll kind of punch your own hole, which sometimes can be annoying. And then you're going to take your piece here and you're going to go through the middle hole. So, middle hole. And then you're going to kind of line it up. I can still look behind this. And we're doing it on this because then this will be glued down into our journal. Okay, you don't want to pull it all the way through. Go to the bottom. This is my favorite part, in case anyone wondered what my favorite part of making a journal is, which I love all the parts, but I love it when it's a book. I know I say that all the time, but I just love it. What is this? This kind of got attached. And then you're going to go right back through your middle. And you do want to make sure that you don't go through that thread, because it will split the thread. So if you can kind of pull that tight when you're going through it. If you split the thread, it's just going to be so much harder to tie it, because you know you're not going to be able to pull it taut. Okay, so I still have that one. The piece is still trying to get caught up in there. I'm going to stretch this. We're going to go up in the top. Pretty simple. I mean, you know, once you've done a few, not hard at all. But sometimes when you're just doing the first one, it's pretty difficult. Which one did I put that in? Yeah. Make sure I put it in the front, because I really want this one to go in the front. So then you go under this one right here, the one that was on the top and the bottom. And you tie it. Did I? Okay. So it is not pulled taut. There we go. And then what I do is I go back and I kind of double check that it's laying really nice and tight. Pull this and then do another knot or two. It's no biggie. And then you're done with this one. And then that's in the front of your book. So the next one, again, we're going to go through the whole thing and just make sure everything is exactly where we want it. Nothing's, you know, like I took this one out a while ago, I could have easily turned it upside down. So you just want to make sure everything is as you want it in here. If you have a fabric clip, and we might add another fabric clip. We'll see. This one's going to be a chunker, I think. That looks really nice. So I'm going to go to the center and just kind of make sure it's all in the center, and it's really kind of tight in the center. That really helps. And then I do the opposite page. This one, that one's throwing me off. This one. And then this one. I don't know why I didn't do that on all of them. Okay, and then we're going to take our template. Again, we're going to line up the top, and I think I'm going to do it from this side. And just in the center, if you can tell where the center is, poke a little black dot. You're going to go through that dot anyway, so it's not that big of a deal if it's a little too dark or whatever. Okay. Try this again here. That wasn't too bad. And now we're just going to sew this one in, and then we're going to glue it into our journal. So 1, 2, 3. So beautiful. The wind's kind of blowing now, so it's kind of nice. And again, I go in the center. Make sure this one's top. stuff I've done before that I'm trying to prevent others from doing. I go in the center, then I go down. I don't know why, it's just a habit. Through the bottom. Maybe. Ow. And then back through the center. Again, you want to try to avoid going through that thread there. There we go. I think I did. And through the top. So if you were doing this in your spine, you would do the same thing. So you would just mark the inside of your spine if you're going through the spine. But I really wanted to double up on that and make it really nice and sturdy. There you go. Again, I always double check because sometimes you might have like a piece you don't realize is coming, you haven't pulled tight. So easy to do that now than later. Oh, looks like Clint's doing cat litter. Yay, Clint! He does all the cat litter. I don't know why, he's always done it. And I'm not complaining. Okay, so we got those. Let me put everything back in my kit because if not, everything will be all over the place. So my template, because you can use those over and over. And then I always just attach my string or my needle. And this, and I'm going to throw this pin in just because it's nice to have one in there. Okay, now we're going to glue that in. Oops. Actually, it almost feels like it's getting cooler. It's kind of clouding, which is nice. I mean, so I'm going to put these, I'm going to trim these actually. Really? I was thinking it was getting cooler. Probably like, what are you talking about? Put those on the inside. That way I don't end up gluing them in. And I think for this, I'm going to use this other glue that I had. It's that, yeah, it's 527 beacon glue. And that's the one they accidentally gave me, but I'm almost out of my Fabri-Tac, and I really feel like this needs a heavy-duty glue. So, but it kind of smells the same or worse. So, try not to get it too close to the edges. I'm going to kind of smear it first before I. Comes out really nice. So much easier than Fabri-Tac. Whoa. Don't squeeze anymore. Kind of getting a little. I don't want that to come out on the edge of my journal and ruin it. Okay, let's try that. Put just a touch more here. Okay, quit. We're running. Again, you want to make sure it's right, straight up. And I'm aiming for exactly where I want it, because I don't want it to. Oh, I think I got it first try. I did. I'm so proud of myself. And this, I'll probably let it just, you know, dry overnight. Is that right? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this. I think we're going to put one of those little clippies. Come on, like that down just a touch. There we go. Pull that into place there. And kind of make sure I didn't have any spillage. Come on. Sorry, it's getting tangled on my... on it for a little bit. I don't know how fast it dries. Okay, I don't think I had any. Let's see if that's even. Keeps lifting up whenever I pick up the book, so I guess I'm not going to pick it up anymore. Hopefully that works, because I don't know what else, you know, I would have that would seep through there. It's only lightly sticky. I'm going to do this and kind of put more glue down maybe. Make sure I have enough. That would be a bummer if it didn't stick. But, and because it's fabric, there we go. I think I'm just going to let it dry. It's not horrible, horrible. I'm talking to these goats. Running out of hands, so I had to use my mouth to grab my. I think it'll be fine. Okay, let me look on this other side just to make sure. Put this and close it up. Clean up all the mess over here. Jeez, Chelle. I got it all over my hand. It's me, guys. What do you expect? Okay, come on, you. Okay. Make sure I didn't get it all over this. Looks good. Hey, it's sticking. Nice. Okay. I think I shouldn't have spread it so much, you know. There we go. Okay, it did pop up, but it was sticking really nice, so. Need to just press on it for a while. So what are you guys doing today besides holding stuff and letting it stay flat? This is how long it takes though whenever I'm doing it. Whenever I'm gluing something, I just keep pressing and hope for the best, you know. I did have smearage over here, but I don't think you're going to notice it as much, and if it bothers me, I'll end up putting something over it. Okay guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up now, and I'm going to let this dry overnight, and then when we come back we will kind of work on some of the other elements. I just want to make sure this is going to be really nice and stuck down. It was sticking, and then I picked it up and it looked so pretty, but then I picked it up and it really popped off from the back. So what I do is, I think I'm going to what am I going to do? So let's just wrap this up, and I'll just stay in here for a bit and make sure it sticks, and you guys don't have to watch me. Thanks for watching. Be sure and hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video. See you later. Tutzines.